Story time with Johnny. Sit back, relax, and enjoy.
What if one day you woke up with the power to control metal with your mind? Imagine the limitless possibilities, the profound implications. Meet Lance Manley, an ordinary mechanic from the bustling town of Crestwood. Lance's life took an unexpected twist when a mysterious cosmic event graced him with unparalleled powers. Suddenly, he could manipulate metal as effortlessly as a maestro conducts an orchestra, as fluidly as a poet weaves a verse. A power so profound, it was like a second language, a second nature. As he grappled with this newfound ability, an audacious idea took root. He envisioned a colossal floating base, a soaring testament to his extraordinary powers. A base forged from metal scavenged from every corner of the globe, a testament to his indomitable will and unyielding spirit, a challenge to the heavens, a beacon of his audacity. And so, with a grand vision in mind, Lance's extraordinary journey began. Imagine being perceived as a global threat overnight. That's the reality Lance Manley found himself in. As word spread about a mechanic with the power to control metal, the world's governments and law enforcement agencies swiftly sprung into action. Their mission? Neutralize this unforeseen menace before he could amass an arsenal capable of global domination. The race was on. On one side, Lance, collecting materials for his audacious project, a floating fortress. On the other, a relentless pursuit by military forces, leading to high-octane chases and pulse-pounding showdowns. From the frosty peaks of the Himalayas to the scorching deserts of the Sahara, from the bustling metropolises of New York to the tranquil islands of the Pacific, no corner of the world was immune to this escalating chase. But Lance was not a man to back down. His powers evolved, transforming everyday objects into formidable weapons. A simple iron rod became a spear. A handful of screws turned into a swarm of deadly projectiles. A heap of scrap metal morphed into a towering shield. As the world watched, Lance's powers escalated, leading to awe-inspiring confrontations and turning the conflict into an adrenaline-fueled spectacle. Yet, the world's response merely fueled Lance's resolve. The relentless pursuit, the intense confrontations, the escalating conflict, they all served to stoke the fires of Lance's determination. With each passing day, the conflict escalated, turning into a full-scale war. When faced with insurmountable odds, how does one respond? This question encapsulates the journey of Lance Manley, our alloyed hero, as he rose to the challenge of his extraordinary circumstances. As governments and law enforcement agencies worldwide pursued him relentlessly, Lance's powers escalated, turning the mundane into the extraordinary. Imagine a single man manipulating entire fleets of military aircraft, bending them to his will as if they were mere toys. Picture him redirecting missiles mid-flight, turning their deadly force back against those who had launched them. But it wasn't just the grand displays of power that marked Lance's rise. It was also the subtle, the ingenious, the audacious. Lance summoned metallic storms, swirling vortexes of scrap and debris that served as both shield and weapon. He could turn a scrapyard into a hurricane, a junkyard into a typhoon. This wasn't just control over metal, it was mastery. And then there were the infiltrations. Lance, undeterred by fear or danger, embarked on daring missions into heavily fortified military bases. These were not stealthy, silent operations. No, they were chaotic, destructive, awe-inspiring. Lance walked in like a storm, and when he left, nothing remained but the aftermath of his metallic tempest. He was not just a man in these moments. He was a force of nature, a whirlwind of steel and iron. Throughout these confrontations, Lance's powers grew exponentially. Each battle, each chase, each narrow escape only made him stronger, more formidable. He was no longer just a man with an unusual ability. He was the alloyed hero, a symbol of resistance, of defiance, of unyielding determination. But as Lance's powers grew, so too did the scale of the conflict. This was no longer a game of cat and mouse, it was a full-scale war. And at the center of it all was Lance, standing tall amidst the chaos, the destruction, the storm he had created. 7 years into the conflict, the world teetered on the brink of chaos. But amidst this chaos, a hero had risen. His name was Lance Manley, and he would not be stopped. His story was just beginning. What happens when the world's military might is no match for a single individual? In the face of Lance Manley's unimaginable power, the global community found itself at the precipice of a daunting realization. 7 years of relentless conflict, fiery showdowns, and countless attempts to neutralize him had yielded nothing but failure. The world was on the brink of chaos. The old ways of combat and coercion were proving futile. In a surprising twist, the world's governments, their military alliances battered and bruised, had no choice but to lay down their arms. They found themselves reluctantly initiating diplomatic efforts in a desperate bid to bring an end to the cataclysmic conflict. It was a humbling moment, an acknowledgement of Lance's might and a testament to the power of diplomacy over force. Representatives from every nation, from every corner of the globe, convened on Lance's floating fortress. The air was thick with tension, the stakes higher than ever. These leaders were grappling with the reality of facing a force that had conquered the world through sheer might. In the heart of this flying fortress, negotiations unfolded, laden with apprehension, hope, and the collective will to restore peace. And then it happened. In a climactic turn, a historic agreement was reached, marking the end of hostilities. It was a victory not of might, but of diplomacy, of understanding and acceptance. This marked the end of an era, the era of the alloyed hero's reign. In the face of unimaginable power, the world had changed forever. Lance Manley, once a humble mechanic, had risen from the ashes of adversity to become an unstoppable force, a vigilante feared by governments worldwide. Yet, as the dust settled, this same man emerged as a reluctant hero, a symbol of resilience and tenacity in the face of overwhelming odds. The world, once embroiled in relentless conflict, transitioned into an era of tentative peace. The echoes of the epic battles, the clash of metal against metal, the awe-inspiring displays of power, all were now etched in the annals of history. People across the globe looked towards a future marked by the memory of the electrifying battles that had unfolded in their time. As the sun set on Lance's colossal floating fortress, a new dawn rose on the horizon, a dawn of hard-earned tranquility. The world had witnessed the rise of the alloyed hero, and life, as it knew, would never be the same again.
Thank you for watching. If you like this video and would like to see more, please do like, share, and subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. If you comment, I will reply back. If you have an idea for a short story, let me know. It may be seen in the next video. Thank you very much.